All right. Are we good? Okay, so I'm recording now, so you'll get it from here. So, sigma n equals what? 3 is what? First term? What term is that? It is the last, but I need a numerical value. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if this went dot, dot, dot? Instead of 5, what would be up top? Infinity, because it goes on forever and ever. And then right next to it, you write 4n minus 1. Now, technically, all three of these are correct answers. For arithmetic, I would prefer this one. Technically, all three of these are correct, though, okay? Yes, ma'am. N equals 1. So it's always n equals first term, fifth term. It comes from term value. Remember, I gave a note sheet, so it's the first term, okay? Very rarely will it, if I'm asking you to write the equation, it's always going to be first term, okay? And then to whatever. It's either going to be however numbers are out, or if it's dot, 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 it's going to be infinity. Good? Good questions. Okay, now let's look at this one down here. Arithmetic or geometric? Geometric. What's the pattern? Times 3. What's my start? 2. So very simply, 2, 3 to the n minus 1. Okay? You can leave this one recursive. I'm fine with that. If you want to challenge yourself to get rid of the n minus 1, we just go backwards to the 0th term. The 0th term. So instead of multiplying by 3, I would have divided by 3. So you don't, I'm just giving you this as extra information. But you could have also done 2/3 times 3 to the nth power. But I am happy with the recursive one. Okay? All right? Does she have the... No, I got to add the button to her screen to lower the screen up and down. Okay, so it's sigma, first term until the fourth term. So n equals 1. This is a 4 in case you can't see that in the back. And then it's 2, 3 to the n minus 1. I am perfectly okay if it's geometric with you using the recursive. Yes, ma'am. Why is it this one down here? Okay, so that's explicit. So to do explicit, I have to go to times 0. So this is first term. So if I go to the 0th term, I go backwards. So instead of multiplying by 3, I divided by 3. So 2 divided by 3. So when you write explicit, you need the 0th term. I'm not stressing about that for that one. That's just extra information knowledge for you. Are you guys clear on that? Okay. Good? All right. I need you to take out the half sheet. We did 1, 2, and 3 yesterday. We're going to continue with those word problems. Okay? All right, the half sheet. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Number 4. Number 4 is very similar to number 2. If I can have your focus. Okay? I want you to treat these as ordered pairs. So 3, 4, and 6, 184. D is nothing more than slope. Arithmetic goes with linear functions. So it's nothing more than slope. D is my slope, okay? So how would I use those two ordered pairs to find slope? 184 minus 4 over 6 minus 3. So 180 divided by 3, which is, what does 60 represent? D. Now, I can take one ordered pair and D to find what? The first term. You're getting the hang of it. All right, so this is a 3-part. Even though it's a 1 question, it's got 3 parts. So now I'm going to do my output. Sorry, it didn't change. I clicked on the wrong thing. My output is 4, yes? I'm using this ordered pair. You could have used this one. My output is 4, yes? Okay, equals u sub 1 plus, don't forget the plus. Sometimes I forget the plus and it messes up the whole problem. Okay, then we're going to do 3 minus 1. Why? Why am I doing 3 minus 1? Because that's the number of terms, right? Okay, times 60, which is my d. So u sub 1 plus 120, because this is 2 times 60 is 120. Are we good? I'm going to subtract 120. I get negative 160 u sub what? Ask your questions. Yes. The second part? Okay, so remember this is an n and this is a u of n, right? Okay? So I took one of those and I took d. And that formula that we've been using over and over again, this formula, u sub n equals u sub 1 plus n minus 1 d, I simply replaced what I knew. I just plugged it in, did algebra to solve, okay? All right, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to use that formula. I'm going to plug in what I know to solve, okay? So, this time I'm going to use this, my first term, and what else? And my d, okay? I'm going to use those three pieces of information. So here we go. Let me change the pen color. All right. So, I don't know the output. I'm looking for the output of the 14th term. Yes? I want to know what goes with 14. I have 14 comma something. Okay? What was the very first term? Negative 116 plus what number term am I talking about? 14 times 60. Okay, so negative 116 plus 13 times 60. Okay, so let me not make a mistake here. 780 and minus 116 is 660. Okay, 664. So UN is 664. This is a long, complicated problem. It appears to be simple, but it really had 3 hidden problems inside of it. Okay? We try to do more of those because they challenge your thinking. I could have easily given you D from the start and asked you for the first term, right? But I want to challenge your thinking and get you practicing more. That is what makes the difference. That's what makes it IB. Okay? Are we okay? Questions? Yes. Why did I subtract? Because it was a negative 116. Sorry. Well, I combined it. So negative 116 plus 780. Yeah? Good? But it doesn't help that I wrote an equal sign instead of a plus sign. Okay? Again, this is on the challenge end, okay? These are like the hardest thing you'd be asked to do. All right? All right, let's look at number 5. Now, I think a lot of you did the same thing for number 5, and you did what I would do. I love patterns, so I make life easy. So, what's happening between 6 and negative 1 and then negative 8? Minus 7. So, you know what? I'm just going to subtract 7 until I hit negative 36. There's nothing wrong with that. So, negative 15, negative 22, negative 29, negative 36. Now, if they had put something like 789 or something, then that's not an efficient way, okay? And so you would know that my first term is 6, right? So then you have u sub 1. You have the pattern, okay? And then you could find, this is an output. So this is technically u sub n, right? This is u sub 1. We're looking for n, and we know d is negative 7. So I'm going to show you another way. This is correct. You would get full credit, and that's an easy way to do it. But if it was a bigger, further number out, this is not efficient. So I'm going to show you the other way. So I would do negative 36 equals 6 plus, I don't know my n, and I know that this is times negative 7, right? That formula over and over again. We just keep using it, okay? Negative 36 equals 6 minus 7n plus 7. So this makes 13. So I have negative 49 equals negative 7n. I did something wrong. I'm supposed to subtract 13, but n, oh, never mind. N equals 7. Sorry. I thought I needed a negative 7, but no. So it's the 7th term. Sorry. I was like, it should be a negative 7, but I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay? Both ways, you would get full credit. Yes? You always want to know multiple ways to solve things because that helps you because somebody might see it a different way in class and you want to be able to communicate. So see those other ways, okay? Feeling better? Like this one, yes? We could rock that one on the quiz, yes. Where did I get 49 from? So 6 plus 7 was 13, and then I subtract it. Remember the rule for integers. If the signs are the same, you add and keep the sign. So I had a negative 36 and a negative 13, so I added the two numbers and kept the negative. When the signs are different, you subtract and take the sign of the bigger. I know they don't always, some teachers, they do the yellow and the red chips, and they don't show you all the tricks, okay? I try to give you some tricks just to kind of get you over and get you to the next level. I don't want something like that to hold you up. Good? Okay. All right. A movie theater with 12 rows of seating has 30 seats in the first row. Okay, so let's time out. How do I write that in symbol form? How do I write this in symbol form? So that I can use my formula. U1. U sub 1 equals 30. Is everyone following? Does that make sense? If they had said the fifth row had 120 seats, what would I have written? U sub 5 equals 120. So that's why you need to know the symbols, okay? Each row behind it has 2 additional seats. Well, why do I care about that? I'm hearing it. It adds 2. So that's my difference, my pattern, my D. So my D is 2, and it's a positive 2, so I'm not going to write anything in front of it, okay? All right? How many seats are in the last row? Well, how many rows do I have? So that is my N, and I am looking for what? What's missing? I am looking for U sub N. How many of you feel better and want time to do this before I reveal the answer? Okay, so I'm going to pause and give you a little bit. All right, so I have 30 plus 12 minus 1 times 2. 30 plus 11 times 2. 30 plus, and again, you don't have to write all this out, I am. And I got 52. Okay? All right, if you haven't already done it, I'm giving you exactly 15 seconds to do number 7. 15 seconds. Okay. 15 seconds. Now you're down to 10. All right, in 2010 we had the Olympics. And every 4 years we have Olympics. Okay? And I'm going to tell you that between 2010 and 2050 is 40 years, and 40 is a multiple of 4, so obviously the Olympics happened in 2050. What is the next time it'll happen after 2050? 2054. All right, tackle number 8, and then we will move on. Tackle number 8. All right, I'm hearing some great conversations. Again, a great strategy is to pick apart the problem, okay? So let's look. Yinting wants to start adding weightlifting to her exercise routine. Her trainer suggests that she starts with 40. What is 40? First term. Oh, be happy. Okay. And then she's going to increase it by 6. D equals 6. And I want to know when she's going to be doing 82 reps. So what is 82? U sub n is 82. So what variable am I missing from the formula? I am looking for n. Fabulous. See, you guys are getting the hang of it. So I have 82 equals 40 plus n minus 1 times 6. I'm going to do what? I'm going to solve, but I'm going to use what property? Distributive property. So 82 equals 40 plus 6n minus 6. This makes 34. 82 minus 34 is 48. 48 equals 6n. N equals 8 in 8 weeks. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, yes. Oh, so then it would be 7 because she's going to, at 8 weeks, she'll do exactly. Sorry, I didn't read the question. So if you wrote 7, you're correct and I'm wrong. So, um, so 40 repetitions, so that's an output. So I learned that repetitions is my Y. Okay? And ordered pairs are N, comma, U sub N. So you have to identify what, so I'm plugging in 1 and getting out 40. So is 82 what I'm plugging in or what I'm getting out? Right, so then it's a U sub N, if it's an output. So outputs are Y, they're F of X, they're U sub N. Those are the symbols for outputs. Yes. Because it says find the number of weeks before she hits 82. I didn't read the before. Okay? That was a trick question. So technically the answer is 7. Yay? All right. So I'm going to stop that.